guys, I'm Eero Westerberg and I'm the head coach here at VAHVA Fitness. I've been learning and teaching movement for over 10 years and today I'm going to present to you with 3 advanced movement applications. So let's get to it. First movement that we're gonna get to is the explosive lizard dash. So this will require not only a very superb explosiveness and speed from your body, but a lot of mobility and ability to adapt into these very complex positions on the way. So first of all, the lizard crawl, I'll show you here. There's the basic variation that you do very controlled and slow, articulating your shoulders, your hip, your core. And you need to be able to do this slowly and control every position, even backwards, like so. So you can see in how tight space is, and in some ways, in large ranges, my muscles need to be able to work in all of these functional positions. So the first priority, if you want to do the dash, you need to learn this. For example, the movement 20xx, we cover all the different progressions and ways of developing the mobility even separately and the strength, so you're able to do this. Very first is basic lizard variation, which is already an advanced exercise. But after you got that, you can start to add speed and sort of rhythm. And when it goes to that, it's no longer that same where you every point you're connected to the ground, feeling your muscles supporting. That's the first stage. Now every step is basically one exhale. It's one burst of air out. So when I'm doing it, it's like shoo, shoo, shoo. So I always let my air out, use that compression that I gain with the exhale to sort of dash and thrust myself forward in the lizard position. And every time I'm here, I'm sort of loaded. So I'm loaded here, kind of like in this like far back position from where I can spring then forward together with the synchrony of my breath. So I go shoo, shoo. So that requires you to rotate, to thrust your shoulder, to press with your hips, and this way it's only a matter of practice and getting the rhythm right and learning to breathe also with it. But the biggest job that you need to do is to first master the slow lizard crawl, and after that this will come sort of as a natural progress. second move we have is the quadruped shuffle. So we're gonna be in this quadruped position, a bit like at the cat. And from here, I'm gonna kick my leg under my body. So I will rotate my core. I will raise my arm a little bit, like this way. And always, with every single step that I take, I'm gonna kick that leg under my body to the other side. So this move can be done stationary. You can start by just practicing it here, like so. Or you can do a bigger range, kicking it under. But this particular application that I'm doing here, we emphasize speed. And we try to go as fast as possible, to rapidly rotate our core, then to do a very swift sort of change of direction when I'm doing that kicking under. So I'm here, and again I use the breathing, very fast, short exhale. And every time I do that, I make sure that I'm really using my core to do the rotation, because sometimes people only move the leg, but essentially they're like here, like this way, and you can see that I'm still, nothing's happening here. But what I want to have this for when I'm doing, I'm really rotating from my body in this manner. So I'm not only working here, but I'm also working the side of the muscles right there. So you can develop very explosive rotational power into your core. At the same time, it's developing a lot of stability as well in your abdominals. All the time also supporting with the shoulder muscles. So start slowly, but make sure that you articulate your core first. It's very nicely, you're really rotating. After that, you can add the speed to it, and while still keeping up with the correct torso movement. That's it. Movement application is the Flia hop. So this is essentially a very explosive pike jump. So I'm gonna do a normal regular kind of jump where I simply raise my legs very explosively, trying to get to my chest straight and also the knees. So this requires, of course, a very good flexibility from your posture chain, but also when I'm, for example, doing this, I can notice my abs get very sore because I need to crunch incredibly explosively from a kind of stretched position. So I do the jump and immediately I need to bring the legs towards my upper body. So this is something that you should not attempt if you don't have of course, sort of good flexibility in the actual pike stretch. And you should also practice this sort of explosive core movement with, for example, jackknives and such. And you can also start to do the more like a smaller version of the Flia hop. So you can just jump like this way forward to get the feeling, just very small jumps. And after that, when you have that mastered and the underlying mobility, flexibility, you can start to jump then higher. Even you don't need to move forward, you can also do this stationary. Like this way, like so. Just keep jumping and improving on the way. It is very hard at the beginning, for example, to really straighten those legs. You can feel kind of vulnerable in attempting something like this where your back is rounding. But this is still a very natural movement pattern and it can be done completely safely. But you need to first have a preparation, Jefferson curls, jackknives, normal regular abdominal crunches, and the flexibility, even passive flexibility needs to be there until you can try this in a very dynamic and explosive manner. But it's an excellent exercise to develop explosiveness in the legs and compression in our abdominals. So if you want to become a great mover and just have a healthy body, start building it now. Don't wait for a second, because there's so many tools available to you. We have free mobility class, for example, a day of mobility where I share even exercises that help with, for example, pike flexibility, controlling your legs, build a lot of mobility in the shoulders, in the core, in the whole body, and this is completely free. And on top of this, we have lots of free videos, free content articles on our website, and even our training programs are there at vahvafitness.com. So from there you can start to educate yourself and to really practice these things. Put immediately into practice and start developing yourself from the ground up until you can reach your own highest potential. That's it, guys. Take care and stay strong.